G'day guys and welcome to another episode of The Only Way Is Up. This is an important episode and a big one. We have a Capital One Cup game coming up and the end of the transfer window. Will I be able to bring in some extra players? You'll just have to wait and see. First, before we talk about that, we'll get straight into the Watford game here, and it's a Capital One Cup game, so it's a tournament that I was probably looking to go far in. Winning it was probably going to be a bit of a stretch with the team that I've got, but maybe making it into the last 8 or the round of 16 would have been excellent. At the moment, I'm into, I think it's the third round, as I have won one game, so if I went out here, I'd be bitterly disappointed, but as I've had a bit of fixture congestion lately, so I had to change up the squad. So in came a couple of players. Chris Killen is still out injured, and he comes back. I think it's 1 week after the transfer window, so it'll be nice to add another striker into the fold, even though Walker has been excellent lately with his finishing. I've gone with the normal team, just added some players in, Ali on the right, and also with Rodman on the left, who's been on fire lately. But here, doing what I do best, passing around, a good cross, and I really should score there with Walker, but his header is saved. Blair here has been excellent in the centre of midfield and an attacking midfield role. Not what he's used to, because he normally does play a winging role, but I had no attacking midfielder, so he's doing well there. But again, my goalkeeper is so out of form. It is just so sad that it's just so poor. Okay, the defence didn't do great, and I'm looking to bring in another defender on the transfer deadline day, but we'll have to see. But Walker again, how is this guy only rated 61? I think he's excellent. He's scoring lots of goals and he's just doing so well for us. It's 1-0 at the half, and really on the way the game's been played, I thought I deserved at least to be 1-0. Had a couple of chances, but really I shouldn't have let them score. But here was one of my better chances. The cross came in, the keeper just saves it, parries it out for a corner. And from the corner here, just can't do anything. I need to learn, I need to get more better at corners, but it's tough when these players are just so poor, especially with those statistics like crossing and corners and stuff. But here's another chance here by Rodman. Just can't find his way through. Maybe should have had a shot with the last couple of goals he's been scoring. But the game sort of ended sort of like this. It was poor, I was disappointed. Really should have got more in it, but it was a lot of just in this sort of middle third of the field, a lot of just back and forth, a lot of tackles, a lot of hitting each other, just couldn't really break through. But as you can see, everyone is tired, so I just made some changes. Don't really have that guy I have off the bench that I can really influence the game with a bit of pace. What I will be looking for in at the end of the window here, maybe trying to steal one out of the free transfers area, just so I can add a bit of pace off the bench. It doesn't have to be a highly rated player, but just with a bit of pace so that then they can get in and behind the defence and maybe score a couple of goals. Normally, if you want a good player like that, they're going to cost a lot of money, but then you have to find one with just those 2 or 3 attributes that can take 1 out of every 3 or 4 chances. But I was just trying for a bit of L2R2 action there, and I just couldn't get it through. But Walker here, just L2R2, trying his best. Chambers passing out wide, just trying to get some crosses in, and that was basically the rest of the half. They were the chances for me, and this is the best chance they had to make it 2-0, to really shore it up. Great clearing header, but what a strike, and just so unlucky. I was literally screaming because I didn't want that one to go in. But there, we're out of the Capital One Cup. What is a major disappointment, because this is a trophy that I thought I could get far enough into that we could actually test and get some more money from, and because of that, that was going to be the major part of money I was looking to use, because I can't sell many players for high amounts, and winning cups is really the way that you do get some extra cash. But here's some other results. Blackpool smashed Burton Albion, and then also Chelsea got a 3-0 win over Stoke. There's a couple of draws in there, but we don't know who actually went through on penalties, as Capital One Cup games are one-offs until the semi-final. But here we're going into the big part of the day now. It's transfer deadline day. So now in FIFA 12 they bring it in, and this year it's got a little bit better, but still it's the same concept. Is you have 10 hours on transfer deadline day, and after every hour, you come back into it and you can make more deals. Whereas in the old FIFAs, you'd only get one time on transfer deadline, and so you couldn't make a lot of transfers. But now you have a lot of chances to. and it is good fun. Now, I was looking to change up my wage budget, but obviously I've got no money, so there's not much that I can do. And with 6,000, you can't really buy a player who's any good. So I went and thought I've got to sell a couple of players. So I've gone into the sell players area and just trying to get rid of some of the players who have got a little bit of money with them. So I know Killen is probably not going to be one for the future, so I reckon next window he's probably going to be out depending on how much he costs. But Carsley there, I'm looking to actually bring back in because he's cheaper than buying a 62, 61 rated defender just to recall him from his loan, and then at the end of the year I might be able to get rid of him. But here it says York City have accepted the Jamie Reid offer, and I did. So it gives me $45,000 to spend, and the player has been sold. And with the new market system where you get allocated a certain percentage of that deal, so I actually got 40,000 pounds back. So that gives me a bit of money now to spend, and I think it gives me at around 1,800 wage budget. So that's not going to get me enough for a player. But here I've recalled Clark Carsley, or however you really want to say it, because he will now be my star centre back. He's going to be the leader of the defence, and he's really a massive upgrade from the 52 rated, who was my second centre back. I think it's Doig. I don't know how exactly to say it, but I'm going to say it like that. Also here, I was looking to get Aaron Clapham in just as an extra body in the centre of midfield with that amount of money I had, but I was also looking to probably not sign him, but this was going to be a last resort if I could do a deal. Also, I needed to get rid of one other player, so I could maybe have a little bit of money to spend around, and one of them was, I think it's Patrick McLaughlin, who I do end up getting a transfer offer here for, and they offer me 80,000. He's valued at 70,000. He is only 21, so he will improve over time, but he is only 52 overall. So at the moment, he is not going to be pushing for a spot in the first team. So I decided to accept the 80,000, but will give me around 70,000 back to spend. And with that, I will hopefully bring in a couple of other players. But as you can see from my squad report that I've done, and if you've been following the series well, that I do need an extra central midfielder, especially with him leaving. And here it says I have got, how much did I get? 70,000 allocated to the transfer budget, what is quite good. But now I need to find myself another central midfielder. So go straight into the free agents is the best way to do it. And it shows that I've got around now £3,000 in the wage budget. This guy, Hossam Ghali, was the man I was looking at. 68 rated, would jump straight into the team, but he is 30, so he's near the end of his career, and he's not probably the most viable option to get. Another central midfielder there was who's 32 years of age here, Gonzalo. Now, both of them are very good players that I'm looking at, but then I saw this kid, 22 years old, 67 rated striker, Avila, I don't know, we'll call him that, and I thought, if he's 67 rated at 22, he's surely got to go up a bit. And he was valued at double of both the other players, at around 750 to 800,000. So I thought, if I get another striker, I might have to change to a 4-4-2. And with that, I can play the two strikers. But as you can see there, I ended up getting the striker. It might not be the best decision to do in the long run, but for the side right now, it is probably the best. Get me a couple of extra goals. As you've seen, I'm struggling to score some goals, but this guy might bring it in. And if he's not very good, I can sell him and bring in probably two central midfielders then. So in the end, I think it's more about making money for me now, and then I can add some players in. But here it says Walker surplus to requirements. He's not surplus to my requirements. I was just looking to see if he's out, if any club would offer anything for him. But here, just a quick squad report at the end of the window. A couple of players have gone up. Oi Banjo's gone up too. Most players who have gone up 2 or 1 here. Rodman's done very well, but I just noticed then he's only on loan. So I do like him as a player that I might have to use some money to get rid of him. But there's my backup goalkeeper, Paul Messelwhite, who's only 40. So it's a bit scary if I have to play him because my goalkeeper is so out of form. Here is young player Reece Kelly. I got a message about him before to play him because he's quite good and young. But here's my new player here. £775,000 he's worth, what is very good. Couple of players have gone down, but Killen is a couple of weeks away now, and Carsley has also gone down 1. But thank you guys for watching this episode. Please like and please subscribe, and hopefully over the next couple of weeks I'll be getting out hopefully one video every day. Cheers, guys. You're probably wondering now why I've got some pictures here of the Big Bash memes. My friends have been creating this Facebook page, so if you could go over to it, I'll leave a link in the description, and please like it. There is some absolutely hilarious stuff on there now, and if you enjoy your cricket or if you're just a great sports fan, it is absolutely hilarious. Please guys, go to Big Bash Memes on Facebook. Thank you.